Beautiful. Good morning, dear viewers watching Lumen TV Zambia, and welcome to Lumen this day. My name is Sydney Mwamainda and I'm joined by Vincent Perry. Vincent, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Sydney, and welcome, viewers.
So, dear viewers, we are back again on the Thursday edition of Lumen this day, and you can take part on the numbers that will be showing on the screen, and that is one of the numbers is 0777 32 93 and 85. Vincent, you have another line.
The other one is 07632 99526. 07632 99526.
So, dear viewers, those are the numbers that you can take part on by either calling or indeed texting us. We have a couple of stories. Among them, prostate cancer continues to be on the rise, and then there is a suggestion or a proposal or a request from a Ministry of Technology that AI must be considered in the legal justice in Zambia, but also a call from the UPND Deputy Secretary, Madam Imenda, that long-serving UPND members of Parliament must consider stepping down to pave way for new aspiring members of Parliament, and many others who also hear or talk about what is happening in the Tonse Alliance, but also the recurring story or running story of the continued funeral of President Edgar Chagwa Lungu. Vincent, let's kickstart with, and dear viewers, the Cancer Diseases Hospital. We are reading and told that records 150 prostate cancer cases. That was in 2024. The hospital recorded over 150 cancer disease cancer cases between January and September. And prostate cancer, we are told, is a type of cancer that develops in the prostate gland, which is part of the male reproductive system. We have a video, dear viewers and Vincent, to this effect. Maybe we get to the video, hear what the experts are saying, and then we pick it up from there.
A man undergoing free prostate cancer test at the Cancer Diseases Hospital at UTH. Prostate cancer is a type of cancer that occurs in the prostate gland. This is a small walnut-sized gland in men that produces reproductive fluid. The disease is common among men between the ages of 40 and 65. Head of Department, Radiation and Clinical Oncology, UTH, highlights the importance of prostate cancer screening for men above 40.
Quick to say that prostate cancer is the highest cause of cancer cases in men in Zambia, and it's the highest cause of mortality in this country. And the unfortunate thing is that most of the cases we're seeing are very advanced stages. About over 80% of men come in stage 4.
He also highlights some of the predisposing factors.
Heredity, genetic predisposition. So if my grandfather had prostate cancer, if my dad had prostate cancer, I may be at a very high risk. It means I may be carrying that gene, the mutation that causes prostate cancer.
And Cancer Disease Hospital Health Promotion Officer Chosha Mulungu has called on all men above 40 to undergo the free prostate cancer testing at the CDH Hospital, UTH.
I'm encouraging all the men to come forth to our hospital and get these services at no cost at all, very free of charge, and there are no queues here. You can walk in anytime.
Well, Jackson Piri of Lusaka's Ngombe area says screening helps early diagnosis and early treatment.
Nikila mungazi bambo olwazimayo amene tonse kuzipeleka panchita amene boma ichita chifukwa pamene boma yona kuti matenda enda yakula chimankhala kumankhala losi kuboma.
Nishita advise bazibambo bonse bali 40 and above bazibwera kuno cancer screening free.
According to the Cancer Diseases Hospital, the hospital has recorded over 150 cases from January to September. Bethel Mijelo, ZNBC News, Lusaka.
Dear viewers, the issues of cancer and in particular prostate cancer are on the rise, and there is a call that actually rising from the stages at which these diseases are diagnosed, that it is always at a very advanced stage, and the health experts are failing to give the remedy to the patients. And so there's a call, Vincent, that all men above 40 should go for early diagnosis or checking of this cancer, which I think it's a good call, and we need to take it serious.
Yeah, Sydney, it is a good call. Many times that people want to go to the hospital when they realize that they are not feeling too well. And even when they are not feeling too well, they wait until such a time when they are really, really bad, where maybe they are even taken to the hospital when they even had a chance to actually walk on their own to the hospital and have a checkup. But they wait until they are bedridden, and then someone has to carry them to the hospital. So I think this is something that we should look at as serious. They are giving us the statistics, and the statistics are really getting high. And some of the other things that causes it is the food that we eat, Sydney. Fatty foods and so on, they do cause prostate cancer. He talked about the genealogy, family, and so on. Some of the things. So I think if we can look at the things that we are eating, and also if you realize that there is someone in the family that had prostate cancer, I think it's important that people who have relatives that have cancer in the family to quickly go to the hospitals and be checked, so that the cancer is determined early enough so that it can be removed.
Yes, Vincent. Yeah, so they say it's actually, like you have said, if this cancer is there in the family, then you're at high risk.
Yeah.
It also doesn't mean that if no one in the family had it, then you may not have it, so that people are relaxed to say, no, me, I'm on the safe side.
Yeah.
But I think the bracket is that as long as you are 40 and above and you are male, it's important that you go and have this checkup and get assisted. Actually, when it is diagnosed or checked at an early stage, the indication is that you will be cured and everything will be okay for you. So this is an appeal to all men out there, including the female folk. Encourage men in our homes to go for this checkup, and we are told it is actually free. Vincent, we move to the next story, and the next story is about AI. Honorable Mutati says AI can help speed up legal processes. Technology Minister Felix Mutati has called for adoption of artificial intelligence in the Zambia's justice system to expedite legal processes. Mr. Mutati says this will also ensure timely delivery of justice and improve research for legal practitioners.
Yeah, so the minister said this when he officially opened the National Law Conference on Law and Development in 2025 in Lusaka. This was yesterday. Meanwhile, Zambia Law Development Commission Executive Director Hope Chanda said the conference provided a platform for deeper discussion on the role of the law in advanced in advancing the national sustainable development agenda.
So I think you know, AI, so to say, is just like coming on the scene or on the market, and there's a lot of misunderstanding. The conception with the people, or the mindset, is that AI is just there to turn white into black. Yeah, little do we understand as people that AI can be used to better our lives and to better everything that that people do. And here we are, the minister encouraging that maybe we adopt this. From my little understanding is that AI can help in, like the minister said, in administrative tasks. Of course, he's mentioned legal research. This includes actually document review and analytics, but also case management. The case in Zambia is that when you talk of judicial system, we always hear there's a backlog of cases, and cases prolonging and not coming to an end. AI, we are told, can help, but of course, with AI, it is not all positive. It is both ways, positive and negatives. I mean challenges, because this is something that has to be set, given data presets by human beings, and so it is at risk of being manipulated. For example, there could be also a lot of bias. Yeah, I don't know what your take is on this.
Yeah, Sydney, I think to start with, AI is here with us. It is here. It is here to stay.
Someone said even a calculator is AI.
Yeah,
we punch the numbers there. It does
it's just that
it's just that is AI.
Yeah, it's just that we are now trying to differentiate, or maybe to distinguish between AI and whatever. Otherwise, I think the development of AI started a long time ago, and because I think more because of the studies and so on, we are now trying to differentiate. Okay, this is AI, this is what, but the development of AI started a long time ago. People started thinking of computers. It is still in the thinking of AI, something that can help us to do whatever we are doing, mathematical and so on, research and so on. It's still AI, but now because we want to differentiate with other things, now we are saying this is artificial intelligence. We have given it a name. And so this technology is helping us to do certain things that human beings are able to do, but perform them, perform duties that human beings are able to perform. And so...
And it's quick.
Yeah, and it is quick because it's just it is just a press of a press of a button. Then you're able to do it. So for me, I think it is good, Sydney, that AI is incorporated even in the legal system, because if you look at the way legal systems are taking long, I mean, adjourned and so on and so on, because maybe we're not using AI, which may be just a click of a button and then you're able to be helped and so on. So I think it's something that should be incorporated in all sectors of the economy, so to say, because it is here to stay, and the quicker we start using it, the better for us, because our friends are using it and they are advancing. So let us just get it and incorporate it. But like you said, there are certain flaws and that are associated with AI, because of course it's created by a human being, and can easily be
done by the human being.
Yeah, can easily be manipulated. Yeah, can easily be manipulated. But again, it's also there is also cause for people to be careful in how we are handling it, because we cannot just say everything AI is doing it. Where are our brains? Why are we there? I mean, are we going to let the world be run by AI? So we also need to be fully involved in whatever is happening.
Yeah, so for me, the other thing again is that yes, adoption of AI is good, but it should be maybe it shouldn't be plumply to say just today let's start. People need to be trained, and then people also need to like agree where in what kind of maybe matters are we going to apply AI to seek for the help of AI. Like you said, it shouldn't be everything that AI should do, but also I think training is paramount important for me in this issue, because if we just jumped into it without training, then we'll create crisis for ourselves. Yeah, Vincent and dear viewers, we move to the next story, and the next story is UPND calls on long-serving MPs to step aside for new aspirants. UPND Deputy Secretary General Gertrude Imenda has called on long-serving party members of parliament to consider stepping down to pave the way for aspiring candidates ahead of the 2026 general elections. These announcements, Vincent, for me, according to Madam Imenda, if we are to really give space to the new aspirants, it has to the announcements of those who are not going to stand should start now. But I don't know if the old guns are going to accept easily to this appeal.
It's a tough one, Sydney. You look at people that usually there's that clinging to something, especially if you are maybe the founders and so on. And you find that someone said, we started this. I was there when we started, we did this and so on. And then someone comes and say, I should step aside, you know. There's usually such kind of thinking that is there. And it's quite interesting to see that this is coming. She has some valid reasons, Sydney, also. She's saying this is bringing new ideas. You know, the old, maybe they have they had ideas, because maybe primary ideas were to unseat the government of the day.
And that was the ideology.
Yes, that was the ideology. And then now they have achieved it. Now so they are blank. They are now blank. And so the new ones, the young ones are the ones that are saying, no, we can actually run this government. And they are the ones that have the ideas to run the government. So, some of it is good, but can the old guns step aside and say, let us give the chance to the young ones? This is a question for another day.
So she has revealed that the UPND aims to strike a balance between the seasoned politicians and new candidates for continuity, growth, and sustainable development. So now it's also about finding redundancy. Who is not working, who is working. I was privileged to see two videos just out of my own curiosity. The member for Monze Central was at one forum, and then talking to the people of his constituents, actually, Honorable Mwimbu. He was saying, if you ask me to step down, I would also ask a question. When we were fighting, where were you? Now that we formed government, and then you want to tell me no. And then there are others who are saying there's no development in Monze Central constituency. Then he started mentioning, Fiat, they will be coming here, will have a plant inside. Have you ever had a hospital here, a big hospital in Monze Central, apart from the one run by the Catholic Church, that is Monze Mission Hospital. The people said no. Then he said a big hospital becoming. The other one that I saw is the Minister of Health. Him also talking to people in his constituency. I heard him say, I heard and saw him saying, me, I'll retire together with HH in 2031. Yeah, so it will not be easy. I think it's an issue of doing what? Like maybe people should go like it goes in companies where you sign contracts of, what do you call them? What is this term? Where you have to show what you've been doing and what you are still able to do. So, but for this,
some kind of
appraisal-based contract, something like that. So maybe that's what MPs also need to be given, so that there is somewhere, performance-based, So there's somewhere where you tick, okay, out of 10, he did 8, and so we can give him another contract. Out of 10, what was the score? 0. I think that's the way to go about it. Otherwise, the idea is a good one, and we'll wait and see how it goes. Yeah, Vincent, next is what?
Next we have Zambia must prosper. Leader Kelvin Fobe, KBF, says PF acting president Given Lubinda and Secretary General Raphael Nakachinda have failed to run the party and are looking for someone else to blame for their mess. Waria says former President Edgar Lungu was forced into active politics because of the duo.
Yeah, so this is actually a news story that people can read further in the News Diggers. Our interest is that, as Lumen this day, is that, we are in the election year. Already gotten into another month, because next year, August, is it 4th? Zambia goes to the polls, and so the Tonse Alliance is made up of what we can say the strongest political party, and that is the PF. But it is in there again where we are seeing like it is cracking. The alliance is cracking. I was checking on the Tonse member in the name of President Shoni Tembo, who was also maybe alluding to the same that Mr. KBF has said. He wrote on his Facebook page that what a person is saying is the Secretary General of the party, and the only place, or the only, and yet, let me quote him exactly, atini Secretary General Wachipani, but he doesn't even know where Rupososhi constituency is located. He only knows location Millennium TV na Hot FM. And then I saw also a clip of Mr. Nakachinda at a meeting, and then he was saying someone is the secretary for the Tonse Alliance, and all he does, everything is just every time writing. He can't like organize a meeting, we come together, we sit and discuss some of the matters. Him Vonse Chabe Nikulemba, which is not good. So I think for me the worry is that these are the people who should make the UPND to sweat for their votes, but instead it is cracking, and further there is a funeral. All this is not working in the interest of the opposition.
Sydney, like you've said, we are talking about just months now to the election, and of course we don't really look at, we don't really see who is the strongest opposition, so to say, to the ruling party, and what looked like was an opposition, now also they are having their issues, and which is not good for for Zambia. I think we needed to have an opposition that will be giving checks and balance to the ruling party. If they are left alone to just run things the way it is, I think things will not be good. We need the opposition that has a voice that is going to help the Zambian at the end of the day.
Yeah, so that is the worry, and hopefully these matters can be resolved quickly, and then we see a strong opposition party to challenge the UPND. Otherwise, it may be just the good or the sympathy vote of the Zambian people themselves. Actually, they are the strongest contender if we are to speak like that. Yeah, Vincent. Then connected to that, like I've said, it's the funeral of the late president, former President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, which up to date from 5th June, the man is still not buried, and we had the second ruling of is it the third attempt to go to court, and court the South African Pretoria High Court threw away the appeal of the family with cause, and then now we are reading from Mr. Shishiwashua, who posted on his Instagram that the family of Mr. Chagwa Lungu has gone to the Supreme Court. Vincent?
Yeah, Sydney, this is a matter that has been with us for a long time now. June 5th was the day that we were told of that bad news of the late president passing away. And up to now, we are having all these issues of courts and so on. And these are where should the president be buried. The government is saying, let the president be buried in Zambia. The family also have their say. They want him to be buried in South Africa. And so all this impasse that is happening really is not helping. And like we're connecting to what the opposition are doing at the moment is also causing another problem, because look, the family of Edgar Lungu and all the sympathizers are largely PF and the opposition, and these are the ones that should be running on the ground to offer checks and balances to government. But up to now, Sydney, they are still in mourning. They are still trying to decide when or where the president will be buried. So I think we need to quickly move on, quickly come to a conclusion, bury, and concentrate on other businesses that are going to help the Zambians at large.
Yes, the other issue that I've seen circulating on social media over the same that has started is the issue of the member for Kabwata, for Chawama constituency, Honorable Tasila Lungu, who is the daughter of the late president, and people again have started saying her days are running out of her hands. She was told to report 14 days after the burial, or indeed 14 days after the opening of Parliament. And people are now saying she risks losing the seat. But I think my understanding is rather leaning to the first issue of the Speaker's ruling, and that is burial. I think that is where first and foremost the judgment of the case hinges, that when they bury, then 14 days after burial. And then in the case that there's no burial, then that's when the Speaker said when new parliament, when the 13th, is it the 15th of the whatever session, 13, whatever they call it, when it opens, which was opened by the president, after which then, after 14 days, then she can attend parliament. But as we speak, the first matter of interest is burial, and it hasn't happened. So I don't think the speaker will being off parliament and declare her seat as vacant. I think that will not happen unless after burial. That's when the matter will begin to be looked at.
We have another one, Sydney. Lusaka police officer constable Emmanuel Tembo, age 35, has gone on the run after robbing Zanaco Civic Center branch of 622,483 kwacha. Tembo, armed with a AK-47, grabbed the cash from the bank bulk room just after branch was closing and fled, leaving staff and guards stunned. Was this a movie or something?
Vincent, it wasn't a movie. It's a real story. It happened. The police officer, and he's just 35 years old. He's a youth.
Yes.
So he can act like that, like we were saying that it was a movie, but it wasn't. It was a real story. It is a real story, and this man is on the run, and they've actually put up a manhunt looking for him, and people are saying he has taken his retirement package. But what we need to be asking ourselves is, what is making people to steal? It may be here we see police, but also we had the story of the guards stealing and the like. I think for me it's survival, but trying to survive using shortcuts cannot always do. It's about maybe again how much are people getting paid? I believe, of course, when people are motivated and the like, they cannot be going into all these underhand methods of survival. But that again doesn't mean people should begin to do things that are not accepted. I think stealing is a grave offense, and people should desist. And now this police officer, who is just 35, he has cut his, of course he will be fired, and he's 35, and if they find him, the money will be, they will get the money away from him, and how is he going to survive? And if he has a family? So, and then when you talk of the amounts that people are getting paid, maybe that's why some people are even saying in this year's budget the payee threshold should go up to 10 pin, because if you to survive you need the 5 pin, you need the 6 pin, then you are getting less than that to go home with. And how do you survive?
Sydney, I was thinking, besides him being the security person there, there might have been some other security people around Sydney, even surveillance cameras and so on. I don't really see a situation where he was able to run away and disappear just like that, Sydney. It's for me, I think there is something that needs to be questioned here.
Yes, Vincent.
It could have been a planned move or something.
It was at knock off time, so it was his timing. He knew people when they are knocking off, they are rushing out. They know, we'll finish the day, we are going. But him had a plan. So
but the surveillance camera, Sydney, for him to get a bag, I don't know whether he ran into
of course, maybe it helped by knowing, it is a Tembo.
Yeah,
using the cameras, but
and he gets into the vehicle.
Yes.
I don't know whether he gets into a vehicle, cruise off, or maybe he was running. And I mean, the surveillance cameras are able to see him, and they can even send people to block him off. So for me, I think the security system around was not really on point when everything happened. So unless they tell me it was a planned move, there are some people who knew it, and they are also beneficiaries of the same.
Vincent, we are being signaled that time is over, but there's something I want us to watch. Of course, without a comment, but it's, for me, it is about education and how as people we know these things. There are people, there's someone who went out on the street and asking people who is a midwife, and do you have a midwife or something like that. We'll end with that. When it ends, we will not say anything. When it ends, I think director will just run credits, and then we are done with the program for today. So dear viewers, we are ending at this note where we see this survey that was happening, and then for me, on the same, I say, may free education continue. Vincent, who is a midwife?
A midwife. A midwife is someone who works in the hospital, taking care of pregnant women. So they are the people that are in charge of deliveries. Yeah.
So even in villages, we have midwives. Say those people who help. You know, where the hospital is very far, and then they help to these women to give birth. In Eastern Province, I found them, they call them anamwali, something like that. Yeah. But let's get to that, and then we'll end from there. But for me, free education must continue.
Midwife? Ni medi.
Ni medi. Ulina midwife?
We.
Ungafunongala kuna midwife?
Na midwife? Nikachiteki nikambochitika.
Midwife nilibe.
Ulibe? Ungafunongala kuna midwife?
Wala.
Why?
Inavuta pano pasalo.
Kwalusaka ngavute midwife pe?
Mwaizi.
Nichani?
Maafuka yavuta.
Maafuka yavuta? Achezo.
Kai ndinokwatiliwa nina nyumba.
Ungafunongala midwife?
Nina midwife kudala.
Midwife bakama ni mkazi wakumbali. Wakumbali.
My wife is a midwife. Yeah.
Adali sagai. Kayo kunkala na mkazi nishi ni blessing.
Blessing.
Yeah. Okay. My time ikabo fika yo kwatira nishi. But munga kupasa mkazi nishi manya nishi blessing.
Jera.
Onekana manage.
Very fit.
Very fit. So midwife ni ndani we? Midwife ni nda?
Midwife wanga? Ali pochini nara.
Ndani zinara?
Nara.
Ni nara? Uma mko ndani?
100%.
Ungafunongala kuna midwife winango?
We. Anakwana.
Anakwana nara.
Vakakwana vaviri handishe expense zamongena zambiri.